This is Paul. Now, this was back in October, of 2018. Yeah. I was on trial there in Jefferson County. Yeah. My wife's 47th birthday. Now, obviously, I'm not legally obligated to pay for anything. Yes. When the borrower committed the fraud of not serving me, knowing where I was at. Yes, and intentionally lied to the court, yes, so as to become a borrower, yes, from the state of Washington. Now, I'm going to want a hotel room, yes, a big one, 5 star, yes. I'm going to want to sleep in a bed, and I need to bathe in a bathtub. I want to remind everyone it's stay at home, yes. And I have not actually bathed, though my clothes are clean. I did my laundry a couple days ago. Yes, for approximately 4 weeks. Yeah. Now, it might not be a concern to you, but it is a concern to me. Yes. And I think for sure that the issuing of any child support order without any documentation to the debtor, yes, is an actual crime. Poop. And for the individual to continue to see herself as the victim of domestic violence, yes, when committing the fraud, yes, of kidnapping and embezzlement from the state, yes, grand larceny, I would say for sure that the creditor, known as the state of Washington, needs to ask themselves exactly why you did what you did. See, I'm the victim of terrorism from a state where you named me as a debtor, yes, so that you could conceal the fraud of the borrower, yes, where the borrower did not give me any actual notice of court hearings. Yeah, 14 misdemeanors on Guam. Expungement. Pooch, being found not guilty in July 24th of 2012. Yeah. The petitioning the court to renew a protection order. Yes. 1 week after petitioning dissolution of marriage. Yes. When committing the fraud of the child support worksheets of the imputed amount of an approximate median income. Yes. Of any male wage earner. Yes. That has had employment. Yes. During the previous 4 years. Patch right now. Now, let's say you go to prison. Yes. And I get my sons and I get my money and I get my lawsuits. Yes. And then I get to talk to Marilyn about where she wants to live. Yes. Now, let's see here. There's an email in here. Oh, who's this from? People versus Paul Budnick, Richard S. Dirks. Yes. Well, let me see. It's not really loading up very good. Maybe I need to focus it. Yeah, what's the matter with it? Yes. People versus Paul Chad Budnick. Yes. Richard S. Dirks. I can't see it very good. I wonder why it's doing that. Yeah, maybe. Oh, what was this at? Yes, December 18th of 2000. No, 2011. There's a problem in the focusing of my phone. Yes. So on and so forth, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. Yeah, let me see if the rest of this looks very good. No. Well, there's a screen print in that one. Oh, look it! I made this really big for those that are visually impaired. I thought I'd. Oh, there it is. Well, People versus Paul Chad Budnick. Yes, some sort of explanation. Dear Paul. Yes, it's from my first public defender on Guam. Yes. Now, if you have a computer, it might be easier for you to read it. I actually can't read it on this. Yeah. But I know it's something significant. There's probably something there. Now, let's say that I could sue the state, yes, for refusing to enforce my rights as a debtor, yes, and not just as the respondent. Right. Yeah. Now, as you can see, I was at the Port Angeles Library on the day of December 31st of 2015. Yeah. King County Administrator sent an FBI contact form to the port from the Port Angeles. Yeah, I was not in Sequim. I was in Brennan. I want your fraudulent court orders removed. Yes, I want my sons and I want to speak to Marilyn. Now, there must be some sort of screen print here. Yeah, but maybe I won't be able to read it. No, what's this say? Oh, oh, February 16th of 2015. Yeah. Now, this was after I'd actually met with my, do I have to go to court today? I never understood why I had to go to court when I wasn't in SQUIM. Unless, of course, my public defender was intentionally conspiring with the borrower from the state of Washington to conceal an $81,000 loan. Yes, where I'm allegedly the legal obligate to have to pay it. Now, Bruce, I want to explain what a speedy trial is. Yeah. And I want the trial moved to the 4th of April. As the defendant, I did want a speedy trial, and I wanted it on the 4th of April because I know I was on the bus that morning. Yes. And I had the email that I was attempting to send at 4:48 p.m., proving I wasn't there. Yes. Now, I want to have explained every option available to me. We're just going to spend some time together. See, I'm one of those clients as a public defender. In fact, why don't you get me all of them in every city and county of the United States and all federal public defenders? Where when I think for sure you're conspiring against the enforcement of my rights because you refuse to admit the evidence that I wasn't there, yes, I decide that I'm going to spend lots of time right now with you. Because the thought is, yes, that the Clallam County Public Defender's Office intentionally obstructed me from admitting evidence to the court. Yes, on February 16th of 2016, approximately a month and 10 days after arrest. Yes, no, well, it'd be less than that. It was January 4th, January 5th, January 6th. Yes, no, it was a month and 5 days. Oh no, let's see, February 16th. No, it was a full month. It was a month and 10 days. Yeah, where I could have